Hey everybody, what's going on? How is everyone doing? Alright. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I have some stuff to talk to you guys about. I was supposed to talk to you guys about it yesterday, but I'm here today and we're gonna talk about it. So first, I have notes so I can remember what it is I need to speak of. So I will also be placing this on my YouTube channel. And the reason why I'm recording it here and as opposed to my YouTube is because a lot of times things that I post on YouTube can't necessarily be downloaded on Instagram. So, and because that's the case, I'm gonna do the reverse. Speak here and then upload it to my YouTube channel. So go ahead, check out my YouTube. Links are in the bio. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You guys know the drills, right? Okay, so what I want to talk about is nature spirits. Nature spirits. So it's been so interesting these past few weeks for me, this past few months, really all this whole spiritual journey is constantly an evolution. That's what Scorpio's about, constant evolution. Hey, what's going on? So I've been talking to spirits, channeling spirits, and it's funny because a lot of the spirits assume that I can see them as I channel them. They're like, okay, she's not talking to us, she's ignoring us. And then they find out it's not so much of that. It's like, I literally can't see them. So like spirits are a personality. It's nothing to be scared of. They're all people. How are you doing, my friend, my brother? How are you doing? Just talking about nature spirits, my channelings and stuff like that good stuff. So for those of us who can't see spirits in nature, so in nature your spirits are a certain, certain spirits are very sacred. And humanity, you know how humanity is. We tend to abuse things. So a lot of the spirits, is very sacred. So, your basic gnomes, fairies, giants, and there's different variations of giants, very different species. I don't know if it's species, how you would say it, but there's different types of giants. Doing good, and yes, they are always around us. Yes, and definitely. I think that's why I've seen the movie Pocahontas some time ago. But for some reason, I watched the movie again. And Pocahontas, in that movie, she talks about the spirits are all around you. Listen, child, the spirits are all around you. If you listen to listen to the wind, the ocean, all of that. The spirits have told me that there's even sky. The sky itself has a consciousness. You can speak to the sky. I didn't know this. As I'm speaking to you, I'm making sure how much of this I can tell because a lot of it's very sacred. There's sun dragons. There's sun dragons, there's fire dragons, there's fairies. Everyone knows fairies, but they're real. I don't know if you guys know this cartoon where this one teacher is constantly trying to prove, if I can remember it. Oh, I don't remember this, but it's basically he's trying to prove that fairies exist. It's a whole cartoon. It's funny, but so there's fairies, dragons, gnomes. All of those exist. Those are nature spirits. You can even speak to the trees. If you guys listen to one of my channelings, I've channeled the trees. The trees have a true form. You can actually speak to trees telepathically. You're like, I'm a clear channel, so I can speak to many different things. Even if I don't see them, I can still speak to them. Sometimes I do see them. It's complicated. It's like, they're saying it's a law. It's a whole thing. As I'm speaking to you, I do get channelings. It said right now it's a law that we don't appear to humanity because humanity isn't ready to see us. They're not familiar with us. A lot of them would fear us if they saw us. So a lot of times we hide ourselves. So that's what they're saying right now. So like saying hi to the birds and the bees and the trees is like saying hi to the fairies, the gnomes, the drones, the giants, the different species of giants, different species of creatures in nature. They're telling me we're very afraid of people. We're very afraid of people more than they're afraid of us. They said humanity has turned their back on nature and haven't presented themselves in the way they should have. And centuries have gone by and humanity has not spoken to nature. Humanity has not taken the time to look into nature to find out what it is. All your cures are in nature. All your problems can be solved by nature, in nature, from nature. Then there's a neglect from nature. You guys neglect yourselves from nature. You're disconnected from nature. So therefore, why would you be connected with self? In order to know self, you need to be connected with nature, the universe, the omniverse. All is one. All is one today, humanity. Know yourselves greater than yourselves. Remind yourselves that you are one with nature. You are never to be disconnected to nature because you are the oneness that is nature. You have to become the oneness to be the one again with nature. Remember yourselves, humanity, as always. As always, we say. Okay, that was the channeling. So, and I don't mind it at all, as long as, they're telling us the right thing and it's not negative. So it is nature. That is the cause. And a lot of people have turned their back on nature. Those who are spiritually inclined to know certain things and are gifted many spiritual gifts end up turning their back on nature and saying that it has nothing to do with the cause. There's so many different levels of connection with nature. Okay, so eating healthy, taking care of yourself, believe it or not, that's a connection with nature because you are nature. You are an organelle. And that's another thing, Spirit, I channel from Spirit. Spirit says, go outside more, celebrate more, spend hours outside, be outside as much as possible. I mean, it's hard now because it's cold, but I do like walk outside with my baby. My baby constantly says, mommy, let's go outside. So, children are all about being outside. Well, nowadays, like my youngest ones, but I have two older ones, and they're all about the computer. So that's like dangerous. I have posted a video that speaks how civilization is built over nature. And the thing is that humanity, this gets esoteric. So esoteric meaning is very spiritual, very metaphysical. So humanity used to be able to create without using nature, in the sense that we didn't fossil fuels, we didn't hurt nature in order to manifest. We literally can manifest because that goes into understanding that you're the oneness, you're the universe. That's why those big cities, Lemuria, Atlantis, those during those times, humanity knew themselves greater than a 9-to-5. That was unheard of. To work in order to create. I don't know if you heard of a man named Alice Collier. He speaks of like, why would you pay to live in a planet you were born in, right? Nothing, there's no one on earth, there's no other beings on this planet that pay to exist except humanity. We pay to exist. Hi, thank you for being here. We pay to exist. How is that? You exist because you exist divinely. You are in fruition because You've contracted to be here. So, and in saying that, our manifestations are to come from within. I mean, it gets deep because I don't want to go everywhere. I tend to go everywhere. I want to go back to the nature spirits. So like, for instance, today, they said make sure to say hi to the birds and the bees. So I said hi to the birds. I seen a cat. I wasn't too sure about the cat. I was like, where the cat came? I was scared for the bird because, you know, birds and cats don't get along. Anyway, but, you know, just saying hi to nature, saying hi to the birds, the bees, when you see them, look at them, say hi. I know you can get scared to see bees, but what, you know, like, but the thing is, bees, there's a whole thing, they won't attack you unless they feel threatened. You can literally have a bee come on you and it won't sting you. It will not unless it's scared. And that's with all of nature, really. All of nature, even a snake won't hurt you unless it feels threatened. For the most part, only human beings sit around hurting each other, hurting themselves for absolutely no reason. So it's going back into nature, going back into self. It's the same cry. It's the same cry, humanity. It's the same cry. To know yourself greater than your physical self. Know yourself enough to heal yourself. Know yourself enough to go back into nature. Go back, sit down in the grass, ground yourself, breathe the air, drink water, and hydrate. Thank you so much. Much love to you. Much love to you. Thank you for being here. So that is the call. Nature and the spirits. The spirits of nature, like I was saying, Pocahontas. I was drawn to that movie a couple of weeks ago. I was like, why am I watching Pocahontas? Why am I getting so sentimental about Pocahontas? And it was like the whole message about nature, the spirits, the whole song, which basically when she was talking to the tree. I don't know if you guys seen Pocahontas. When she's talking to the tree, she's talking to John Smith and she's telling John Smith, you know, it's about listening to the trees and the birds and the bees. So all of humanity is to go back into nature as much as possible with balance, you know, with balance and balance. I mean, we've gotten used to a lot of things like internet and stuff like that. But the call for my understanding is that a lot of us that are quote unquote chosen, I want to explain that too, what chosen means, because Spirit has been telling me what that is, and it's crazy what that means, what that really means, this chosen thing. This chosen thing is to say there's souls that are in the physical form that are literally too old to be human today, too old to be here in a physical form. You know, that's the whole thing. I'll probably put that later to speak about. You know, some of us are literally too old to be human here learning lessons because we've ascended, that whole ascended masters and stuff to become greater than the physical form, to ascend beyond the physical form. So I just want to make sure I finish everything with the whole nature thing. So it's getting so deep into nature, understanding that there are fairies, there's gnomes, there's dragons, there's giants, there's nature spirits. There's nature spirits. The tree itself is a being you can speak to. Your plants, medicine. If we were connected with self and spirit, we would know what medicines to put together in order to heal ourselves, right? All of humanity. As a nurse, I hated nursing because you know, I know that there's alternatives. There's alternatives, and many people don't believe that there's alternatives that are giving themselves away to the medical industry. Okay, and that's a whole thing in itself. Okay. There's more. Okay, so Okay, I'm going to talk about some of my channelings, and I'll make sure some of it I can tell. Some of it's too sacred. You know, so some people, when I'm saying just like, oh, whatever. Other people that know how to astral project, to shift their consciousness and do things to find out things, know exactly what I'm saying and more, right? So there's going to be a time for those who are, like I said, let me go into what chosen means. Chosen means, because I had a book study. I'm still going to have the book study. I'm still working on it. That explains that consciousness, your awareness, not the brain, not your thoughts, and not your physical body, greater than the soul even, okay? Greater than the light body. So I always tell people matter does not matter. You don't exist. You're simply an awareness that observes self in a physical illusion. So now there's some of us that are ancient. Like I said, some of us are too old to even be incarnated in a physical form because we were here before creation. Many of us, there's a lot of old souls, I'm sure, that follow me now that are older than creation. I've met people that follow me now that are older than me. And I'm a pretty old soul, older than the creation of planet Earth. I've been told. I didn't know there was such a thing. Like, really? So my channelings have been for those who've tapped in enough to know how to do certain things, to find out certain things. My channeling to them was like those of us that are quote unquote chosen, our consciousness created us in existence because we've ascended millions of times. Like literally that's what we do, is ascend. We literally exist and just that's what we do. Like the sun shines. What is it supposed to? That's what it does innately. So like, I believe for you are a chosen one for sure. You know, especially those of us that are intuitive and just you know when you're chosen and you feel special. I never felt special. Like some people are like, oh, don't you feel special? No, I never felt special in my life. I would say that I felt different, that's for sure. I felt different, and not a good different, because I just never fit in, and then at the same time, I didn't want to fit in. So it was very awkward. High school was very awkward. And then I had really strict parents. It was just a mess. So I say that to say, there's going to be a time when there is going to be a shift. Just like all the greats, like I love Dolores Cannon. I don't know if you've heard of Dolores Cannon. There's going to be a split. Some of us are, and it's not like to say, oh, split, some people are going to be left behind. It's not a scary thing. You're going to be where you're at vibrationally. That's all it is. If everything is vibration, frequency, I've said it before, vibration, frequency, there's another, it's vibration, frequency, I'll say alignment. Everything is in alignment. Everything has to be in alignment. I can't be vibrating here and you're vibrating here. We won't match. So that's why there's going to be a split on the earth vibrationally. Some of us are going to start seeing the beings that I'm talking about. Some of us are going to start seeing the gnomes, the fairies, the dragons, and we're going to be living amongst the trees, the spirits of the trees, the birds, the bees. We're going to see the true form of the bird, the dragons. We're going to see them because we're the vibrational match. That's what's going to happen to people like me, people like you too. Not only me. There's many of us that have been chosen, that created ourselves. We've chosen to create ourselves in such a way where our hearts are pure enough to know certain things, to be aware of certain things, because we hold sacred and dear to the mission. When we incarnated, we have a mission. We have an incarnated mission. I've told people this time and time again. You've incarnated and you have a mission, and a lot of times you should find out why. It all depends on the age of the soul. Okay? So there's going to be that time. Very, very, it's closing in. My spirit guides are always telling me that time is closing in, Melissa, that time is closing in. So there's going to be a change in this world. Galactically, starships, nature, earth, humanity. And they're telling me even those that are vibrationally very low at this time will reach a certain level in awareness, because it's not fair. And they have to rise enough to know where to go, how to do. And they said they've said too much. But there's going to be a shift. There's going to be a shift. And that's just what it is. Humanity, there's going to be a revolution. And the cause is still the same. It sounds corny, but love is still the answer. Unity amongst all of humanity is still the answer. Justice, peace is still the answer. Even love. Love is a frequency. Love is a consciousness. It's in itself. Love is a consciousness. And my understanding, the very blueprint of existence is love. So if you're not in that vibration, which, it can be hard, but overall, that purity in your heart for love for yourself and for others, that innocence is still what it is. Even in your imperfections, for those of people who know what I'm saying deeper, are like, it's pure, that purity in your heart that matters. It's that knowing that you would help somebody, even if that person wouldn't help you back. And it goes deep. And still having enough love for yourself and those around you. So that's why it's constantly healing and healing and healing and healing and healing. It's about healing self as much as possible. Healing self. And that's like the hardest part. Accepting yourself with all your imperfections. Healing yourself. Growing. Becoming the greatest version of yourself. Okay, humanity. Let's see. What else? Okay, so nature spirits, a lot of us are going to ascend. So that's what ascension is. Ascension is rising. How are you? Thank you for being here. Ascension is rising above the physical awareness. Start talking to the fairies. Like I said, it sounds crazy, but it isn't. The fairies, the gnomes, the giants, the fairies, the gnomes, the giants. And like I said, there's different giants. Start speaking to the trees, the spirits of the trees. And even if you don't have the eye to see, say hi to the birds. They see you. They see us. Like today I said hi to the bird, and the bird's just like saying hi to the bird. Like my daughter, she comes out and she's like, hey. What about water spirits? There's tons of water spirits. Tons. Okay, and then I'm always asking them, can I take a picture? Can you show so people can see you guys? And they're like, no, the humanity isn't ready. Yemonja. I'm going to speak about Yemonja. Yemonja is a huge being. She's giant. She's humanoid. She's like in the ocean. Yemonja is a big being. So one time I was in the ocean, and Yemonja, grandmother spirit, I was in the ocean. All of a sudden I stopped in the ocean because I was like, where's Yemonja? Where's this being? And she said to me that if I were to see her right now, I would freak out. Because these are not human beings. They do not look like humans. They're not humans. Okay, these are different beings. These are different beings, and we're not used to seeing them. Okay, and they're huge. They're giant. She told me she's so huge right now. If I were to see her, I might freak out. I'm not accustomed to seeing that. But humanity used to be able to see them when we were vibrationally high enough to see them. When we were vibrationally high enough to see these beings, we were not afraid. We were in our power. We were in the power of love. Love is a consciousness, and love is a real thing. It's a vibration that is real. We used to be able to talk to the stars, the galactics. I don't know if you guys follow me, but I've even channeled the Dogon people, right? And many other nations, like out west, my cause, because I'm from the East Coast. I'm Haitian. So when I'm out west, I'm like, I'm Haitian. Why am I not with the African ancestry? Why am I not with the Black ancestry? They're like, no, we need you here with the Native American ancestry. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I've even spoken to a lot of Native American ancestry that are here that have ascended. A lot of nations, a lot of Native American nations have ascended. They're here in a different dimension. I know now I'm saying it out loud, it sounds so crazy, but it's true. I've spoken to the Wachatui Nation. I've spoken to, let me see if I'm allowed to see they say it's okay, just cautious. So the Apache Nation, I've spoken to the Apache Nation. I'm not Native American, but then I've also know that there's an understanding that there are people, Black descents that are actually native to the Americas. Whenever we say in United States, we say America. I don't want to get political because it's not about politics today. America, which includes Haiti, because America, Mexico, those are Americans. We're all Americans, technically. That we're in the North America. But that's for another time. The spirits, technically, they just want humanity to respect the sacred burial grounds. They want them to respect. It's about respect. Even if we couldn't see them. If only all we did was just respect, we would have gone far. But humanity, I tell spirit, well, humanity don't even respect themselves. We don't respect ourselves. We don't even know who we are as human beings. And I speak of all humanity. Don't let them fool you. The game is about unity with self, with your neighbors. And it's hard because we don't even get along with family. We don't get along with ourselves. I'm not saying this is easy, but I want us to know that it is still unity from the heart. Heal. So respect self. It starts with self always. Heal self. Because many people, I look at them and they're always scared and shy and this and that. It's because you don't know yourself. Because today there's no reason you can't look me in the eye and smile. You know yourself. Be happy with self. Then you can be happy with others. Say hi to, when your cup is full, when your cup is full, you can share. You're full. So all you do is flood with love, love, love. And I'm not saying you're not going to have a bad day, but then you rise above the occasion and heal and move on. So it's about constantly knowing self to the point you go in so deep, you learn that this is all an illusion. That's how deep you got to go. That's what ascension is, to know that you don't even exist. As I keep saying, matter does not matter. I hope I haven't gone too far. I'm a little bit of everywhere. Because I'm thinking I know how people think. So she's telling us to communicate with nature, but yet we don't exist. Yes. Because we are all co-creating consciousness, creating a life, a simulation at this time. Nature is one with us. You are one with nature. You are no different than the tree and the birds and the bees. We are all a reflection of each other. We are all one. One and one and one and one. That's why the greatest powers that be know that divide and conquer. Divide the human beings from each other by race, by gender, by all of this. Divide the human beings from nature. Disconnect them from nature. Let them only understand only about economics and college and school. No, what about nature? What about enlightenment? What about knowing self? Knowing self to the point that you can manifest because you are one with nature, one with the universe. You are one with the universe, one with the spirits, one with the unknown. Because all is all, all in all, and all is one. So that is really a lot of my channeling. Okay. Lastly, I wanted to speak about Scorpio because I am a Scorpio. Scorpio energy is about shedding. I'm a Scorpio. I'm very Scorpionic. I don't know if I've said it before. I'm a Scorpio rising. So I'm all about transformation. Scorpio sun. My sun is in Scorpio. My Saturn is in Scorpio, my Venus is in Scorpio, and my Pluto is in Scorpio. And I was born on November 10th. So I am a Scorpio. And my life has always been about transformation. Wounds, getting hurt, and transforming from the wounds. Like a phoenix, getting burnt, lit on fire, betrayed, and still loving myself and loving the moment because I have learned from it, and forgiving those who've done it because I know intuitively, it is all a lesson. And that took time. It took time from the age of 19 to about 28 years old did I really start to understand it. And then the spiritual cause behind all of that healing took another 8 years. So I'm not trying to tell you how old I am. But it took a lot of healing, a lot of work to heal a lot. And at the end of the day, what I found out is that the good news is that we are eternal souls that exist. Love is the very fabric of creation in this universe. That we're all one. Don't let them divide you. Anything that talks about division is a lie. Is a lie. Is a lie. Anything talking about inferiority complex or superiority complex or anything else is a lie. You're one with self. Because then you would know that you're equal to everyone, even in your indifference. Even though we're different, we're still very much the same, humanity. And our strength comes with unity all the time. Not only when something's going bad, but all the time. And going back in nature, the whole thing is nature. Nature. That way you can connect to self anyway. So yeah, I talked to ocean spirits. I'm the water dragon. I'm one of many water dragon, by the way. I always have to say that because everyone's like, you're the water dragon? Yeah, me. I'm one of many water dragons. But I'm a very big fractal of that. They call a water dragon. You know, a very big fractal of the water dragon for sure. Let's see what else. And that's it. I hope I got everything down. Love is still the cause, and peace, love, and it still is. But that's I just got it. Don't forget to tell them it's still spiritual warfare, though. In knowing this, that's the part. That's the balance. You want to be the warrior in the garden, like they say, the warrior in the garden. So then we start to get into the complexity of darkness. So because darkness isn't only traumas. There's different layers of darkness in darkness. Essentially, darkness is truly light, different layers of light. Because all is one in one. That's when you get into, I don't know if you guys heard of the Hermetic principles and stuff like that. It gets really deep. Then you talk about true alchemy and knowing that no matter how you cut it and slice it, all of it is just one. So spiritual warfare is to know that there's, like I said, there's people that are trying to divide us from our cause and existence in connection to the earth. If without a planet, you can't really, no offense, but I don't want to live in Mars necessarily. You know what I mean? No offense to Mars. No offense to any other planetary galactic. Because from my understanding, we used to talk to those beings. Okay. But that's a whole different story. I don't want to lose my train of thought because I could be so ADD. Yes, I'm always scared to come online because I'm like, I hope it makes sense. So yeah, darkness, the different layers of darkness. So there's trauma, there's healing. That's I would say that's more gray. Okay? Because the darkness that is needed for spiritual warfare is different. But that's a whole thing I don't want to get into right now. They said that you'll just confuse them. I won't do that. But like I said, there's different levels of darkness. There's also darkness that creates. Darkness is also creation, like the womb. So there's there's different facets. facets, layers, perspectives, and all that stuff. Anyway, all I have to tell you is humanity. I might start coming on every day. I hate when I promise like that because I don't know if I'm going to come on every day. But anyway, I used to come on every day. I used to talk on here all the time. So go ahead, check out my YouTube. I have a lot of channelings. Oh, I've spoke about us being mermaids. I know someone was like, this girl's crazy. We were mermaids. That's because our conscious, again, ascension, understanding we exist beyond the physical form. Humanity used to live in the water for days at a time, months. And our connection to the dolphins. Guys, listen to one of my channelings I have on my YouTube. Like, humanity, we were connected with the dolphins. We were connected to the ocean spirits. We are the mermaids. And there's beings in the water that used to come out of the water and walk. Yes. And we used to be able to speak to them. Yes, humanity. That's what's going to be, that's what's going to happen. And guess what? There's beings that are against that rise. There are beings that are against humanity on that level. And like I said, there's different levels of darkness. So those who are against that are going to have problems with people that are older than creation today. So they know. The great old ones are back. Those of us that care about humanity, that care about the earth, that care about the greatness of our consciousness, that the time of the greatness is back. The time of the awakening is now. Remember this, humanity. They're the greatness. And there's many of us, not just me. There's many of us that are here today that are the chosen ones. Those of us that are older than creation, too old to be in a physical form. I've been told too old to incarnate. I'm too old to be in a human form. So I'm back again to let humanity know we are back. The giants are here as well. I'm getting the giants are here as well. They watch over me, watch over us, and want humanity to speak to nature. Yes, speak to nature. Anyway, humanity, much love to you all. Check out a lot of the channelings on my YouTube. Talk to you later. Hopefully all of what I said made sense, and it's just gonna get deeper and deeper and deeper. It is. The cause for your awakening is happening to us all of us, humanity, all of us. They know what time it is. They know what time it is. All right, much love to all.